Good morning. Happy Friday. Wish you all a great weekend. And I would imagine some of you are planning on playing golf this week. And if you do, play well. And know that you're in good company, because there are 29 million golfers in the United States. The USGA, which is short for the United States Golf Association, is the governing body for the game of golf in this country, and the overseer of the rules of golf. Yeah, you gotta have a game, we gotta have rules. Actually pretty simple. There's only 34 rules in golf. It's simple. Rules book looks like this. Not very intimidating. In reality, the rules are anything but simple. In fact, I'll tell you that most golfers don't even play by the rules of golf. That's not to say they don't play by any of them. They play by most of them, but they don't play by all of them. And that's because they deem them to be not very practical, not very appropriate, not very user-friendly, sometimes penal, sometimes not very fair. And so given that knowledge, I said, you know, maybe it's time to appeal to the USGA and make the rules more user-friendly. So let's think about it together. Consider a game where you're penalized for not wanting to get your pants dirty. Well, that's right. In the 1987 Andy Williams San Diego Open, golfer Craig Stadler hit a shot that landed underneath a tree. He couldn't swing at his ball because of the low-hanging limbs. But he didn't want to take a penalty stroke for moving it out from under the tree. So he said, you know, if I kneel down on the ground and swing under these limbs, I think I can hit my ball. So that's what he decided to do. Now, it had been raining, the ground was wet, kind of soggy. And Stadler didn't want to get his snazzy 1987 powder blue golf pants dirty. He put a towel down on the ground and knelt on the ground. He hit a shot, hit a pretty good shot, and actually went on and finished second in the tournament, until he was notified that he violated Rule 13.3, building stands. Let me read you this rule in its entirety. A player is entitled to place his feet firmly in taking his stance, but he must not build a stance. Now where's the reference to the towel? You can't kneel it. Well, consequently, Stadler was penalized 2 strokes. How? But unfortunately, adding insult to injury, he had already finished his round and already signed his scorecard. And the penalty for signing an incorrect scorecard for a lower score than you actually shot is disqualification. So instead of winning second place prize money, Stadler had 0 because he got DQ'd. I think that's what the rules meant for this game. I don't think so. Here's another one. Consider this. Consider a game where your opponent keeps your score. If they make a mistake, it's your problem and not theirs. Well, that's true. In the 1968 Masters, which is one of golf's 4 major tournaments, Roberto DiVincenzo finished regulation play tied for the lead with Bob Gould. DiVincenzo and his playing partner Tommy Aaron hurried off the green into the scorer's tent where they would review their scorecards, sign them, and then DiVincenzo would come right back out and enter into a playoff with Gould to determine the winner. DiVincenzo obviously had been playing well. And in fact, in the second to last hole, he scored a birdie 3 on the par 4 17th hole. Aaron, keeping DiVincenzo's score, mistakenly wrote down a 4. Well, in all the excitement in the scorer's tent and the anticipation of playing in the playoff, DiVincenzo hurriedly reviewed his card and missed Aaron's error, signed his scorecard, therefore confirming the higher and erroneous score as his score. Now everyone knew what DiVincenzo shot. I mean, the officials knew it, the media knew it, the gallery knew it, the TV audience knew it. Everybody knew what he shot. But in the rules of golf, if you sign an erroneous scorecard for a higher score, the higher score stands. There was no playoff. DiVincenzo, Gould, was immediately declared the winner. DiVincenzo lost the Masters tournament, not because he married an errant stroke on the course, but because an opponent made an errant stroke with a pencil on his scorecard. I'm not sure that seems fair. But consider one more. The U.S. Open is also one of golf's 4 major tournaments. And in the 1925 U.S. Open, golfer Bobby Jones, arguably even today the greatest golfer of all time, hit an errant shot deep in some heavy grass far away from the fairway. Jones and his caddy trudged over searching for his ball, found it, and he played from there. At the end of the hole, Jones was asked his score on the hole. He said, I scored a 5. But it was obvious he'd only taken 4 swings at the ball. Jones had penalized himself because he believed he had inadvertently moved his ball when searching for it in the heavy grass. Now, no one saw this. He didn't benefit from it. The ball was still in the heavy grass. In fact, Jones wasn't even positive that he moved the ball, but he thought he had. And under that suspicion, he penalized himself under Rule 18.2, ball at rest, moved by player, partner, caddy, or equipment. Jones would have won the tournament outright by a single stroke. Instead, he finished tied for the lead and lost the ensuing playoff. But when word got out about this, Jones was immediately hailed as a hero for his honesty. Jones was mystified. And in a southern drawl, he quipped, "Well, you might as well praise me for not robbing banks." Jones' point was this: the rules are the rules, and why are you praising me for playing by the rules? To Jones, this was just a matter of principle. So you see, fellow Toastmasters, after I think about it, I think that all golfers should play by all the rules all the time. Because I think really the rules are the essence and the spirit of the game. A game that's a lot like life. Mostly fair, but sometimes not. And when it's not, we need to handle that adversity, that bad break, with style, grace, and high moral character. Thank you all for listening, and golfers play well.